Okay. I just watched Moon Sua's cover, and I'm pretty sure it was like in for her brother as well. So I wasn't sure. Like I was saying in that I wasn't sure if I was gonna react to these videos, just cause like I literally get like an emotional mess, and like I just been in my feels since last night. So I was like debating, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do it and like, kind of push through for sure. But I think I'm gonna start off with probably how I got into Astro. So obviously, like, there's always like there's two things. Like, you actually get into the group first, or you just follow a member, or like you end up finding a member and just like end up finding that they're in a group. So for me, it was it all started off with Unwoo, right? I feel like a lot of like arohas start off that way, if not like, or the end. A lot of people like who end up standing to Unwoo like start off that way, and then they end up finding out he's in a group. But that's how I found Astro, and then from there, I think his first, where I found Unwoo was his drama Revenge Note. So like I watched that one, and that's how I found out he was in Astro, and then from then on, like I ended up actually watching their like pre-debut series, like web drama show. So and then it kind of went on from there, and like I kind of like kept following, because of Unwoo, and like I eventually got into the group for sure. So that's kind of like how I got into Astro. So obviously like they're one of like the older gens for sure, and sorry if I can't find the right words. Luckily, I was able and fortunate enough to go to one of their stops on the I believe it was the Astro Road, I believe. I'm not entirely sure if which tour it was. It was the last tour that they did in the States, and I was luckily I was fortunate and lucky enough to be able to go and like see them before everything happened. Obviously, like they hold a dear place in my heart for sure, because like I know like it may seem like obviously like Unwoo is my favorite, but like after a while like you get into a group, right, and then you start like falling for the other members, and they definitely end up holding like a space in your heart. So for me, like I said, obviously Unwoo was my bias, he was my favorite, and then like Moonbin was my second favorite, Binnie. So yeah, so like I said, like I was able to see them in concert before, like literally the last concert they got to do in the States. So I think that also like why it hits me a little bit more too, because like since I was like a fan, and like I finally got the chance to be able to go and see them in concert, and then like a couple years everything kind of happened and it went down, and like obviously Rocky ended up leaving the group, and then like everything happened with Moonbin, and yeah, so like, and then to be honest, like I had never bought an album for them while I was like a fan, and well, I'm still a fan, but like while they were still active, like I never did that. And then like once the whole thing happened, like it was very hard to like listen to their music, and then I just didn't want to buy an album, because like like the chances of getting a Moonbin PC like would have like hit me for sure, and then like everything was just so fresh, right? I still feel that way sometimes. Like I don't think I was able to fully comprehend everything, and like fully be able to like like have my grievances about, not grievances, but like be able to like express my like sadness for that. I honestly remember the day that everything, like I found out that it happened, like I was at work, and like I just got like a notification because I did have like, you know, my notifications on for like the group and everything. So like I was in the middle of work, it was in the middle of the day, and I like found that out, and like obviously I went home when I was like, you know, in my feels, and like honestly, you know, being a K-pop fan, K-pop stan, you know, sometimes like your family doesn't always get your like what your feelings on that, or like sometimes it's hard to like for them to understand like, oh, like, you know, it's just a person that you didn't know, like you don't really like you know, it's a little much for you to be like feeling like sad and like depressed, you know. But like it kind of felt that way for sure. My family members at the time kind of didn't get it and was like, you know, you can't, you know, be depressed about it because it's like, you know, it's the person you didn't know and everything. And I was just like, so obviously I didn't get to, you know, feel the actual feelings I wanted to feel about the whole thing. So I feel like I still haven't been able to fully, you know, feel how, like, what's it called? Been able to like, let out those emotions for sure. I know it's been a while already, but yeah, I think for all of us in the fandom, or like even if you like knew other, like, because I feel like not even the fandom, I feel like it hit a lot of K-pop fans hard for sure, just because like, you know, by association, if you know like a lot of members from other groups were friends with Moonbin as well, but yeah, like I feel like it hit us all a little bit hard. So like I said, like I wasn't able to like buy an album just because everything happened at the time, and then I didn't feel like I could handle it. But recently, this year, I actually went to Colorado like a couple of weeks ago, and you know, usually whenever I go to like a different like state, different city, I like tend to hit up like all the K-pop stores, you know. That, and I just been pondering like recently, like thinking about like maybe I should just buy an album, just because like I think it's okay. Like I think I need to like, I want to have something, you know, like even if it's like possibly I could get like his photo card, like, and be sad about it. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. So like I went to a store in Colorado with some friends, and they actually had one of their older albums. Like obviously now it's like kind of harder to find just because like they're not really printing them out, and it's just like whatever's out there is out there. But I was able, me and my friend were like, told my other friend like we were able to like, they had their 4th mini album and 5th mini album, so the one for Baby and Crazy Sexy Cool. She got the Crazy Sexy Cool album, and I got the Baby one, just because like whenever I was first getting into Astro, that song, like I literally tried to like, I remember trying to learn the choreography for that because I loved that song so much. So I'm like, you know, it just feels right for me to get this album. Like I didn't care, like I ended up obviously paying a little bit more than, because it was gonna be hard anyways to find like an album like basically anything Astro related, right? It's kind of difficult to find older albums for sure, just because they also are like, they're not Nugu, but they have like surpassed a little bit, but they, you know, they didn't get it as big as they should have been. But yeah, I was able to like buy an album. I actually have it here just because I wanted to show you. But yeah, I was able to buy this album. I know it's not their first one, but like I said, like this one holds a lot of meaning for me. So whenever like I think the person working the cashier, who was taking care of the store at the time, was saying that like that their owner like personally was like sourcing stuff, because like they also had like a little memorial for a little like yeah, like a little memorial spot for Moonbin in the store. So I'll probably like, maybe I'll insert a picture of it, because I did take a picture of it up here. But yeah, they had like a little memorial, and yeah, she was saying that their owner like personally like went and like was looking for albums or whatever. So like that's why like definitely. So I was like, oh, and then whenever I opened it, like they were already pre-opened, packaged. So I think they already like, I think my feeling was telling me that like probably like they were trying to see or I don't know if of just by luck, or like I don't know if that's, I feel like most of the albums you get now will probably most likely have a Moonbin card, if I'm not, like, I don't know if that's just me, but that's just the feeling I get. But for sure, me and my friend ended up both pulling a Moonbin. I ended up getting also Rocky, so that also hit me in my feels a little bit. And yeah, I was like, obviously on the, I can show you like the photo card that I got. But yeah, he's just, you know, such a baby there. And then like on the back of it, like I actually like, whenever I translated both him and Rocky's PCs on the back, like it definitely, like I definitely ended up crying that night in our hotel, just because like it was, they did not, the, you know, it's just like very emotional and very like sad that like you know, you see what they're like, basically it was like basically their like hopes and like, you know, and things on the background, on the back of it that they wrote. So like whenever I translated it, like obviously like it hit kind of harder for me, just because like they both did not kind of age well. But like here's also Rocky's PC. I don't know if you can see, yeah, so you know, older version for sure. But I ended up translating them. I'll probably end up just putting a picture of it up here as well, just because I did translate it. And like, you know, I think Moonbin's definitely hit me a lot harder for sure, just because like I don't know if the translation was like off, I could be off honestly, but it just talked about like, oh, like I think something to do with his mother, and like you know, being excited about like, you know, making like debuting and like, you know, things like that, his like dreams. Same thing with Rocky. I think they both kind of just were having to do with their like dreams, and like obviously Rocky ended up leaving. I think he was just saying like, I think Rocky's was saying like I won't regret it or something like that, or like I hope I don't have any like regrets. So that definitely hit hard. And then, you know, Moonbin's just being like, oh yeah, like I finally like made it, like thank you for like supporting me and like things like that. And like on, like I said, I'll just end up putting the translation here for both of those on the back. But yeah, so like I ended up like crying and getting in my feels, just because like it was, I had a feeling like I would get his PC, but I was not expecting the message on the back. And like I said, it didn't age, definitely did not like age well, and just, it just made me like sad to like see how much you're like, you can change, like your mindset changes over the years, like, and like how like definitely like the dark side of being in the industry like affects you mentally and like kind of wears away at you. Like I definitely like, that's why I'm like saying it hit me kind of hard. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. And then like I also like, she also had like 2 of them in like in a case for like, I guess more like expensive side, or more like, you know, like I feel like Moonbin pieces are gonna be more rare obviously now that he's gone, and like it's just gonna be harder to find. But like she also had one from like their Incense album with Moonbin and Sana, the 3rd album. So like I ended up grabbing that as well, just because like he just looks so cute, and like I just want to like, you know, I feel like it's time, and like I'm in an okay enough spot, I think, where I can like start you know, like I want to like remember him, and like I want to talk about him, and like I have a friend who I was talking about with it too, and like I like being able to bring him up. Like obviously not everyone is ready yet, and I get that, but I just want to like be able to talk about him. But yeah, I just thought I just wanted to talk about that a little bit before we end up like, I end up watching the memorial song. So I'm thinking I'm gonna start off with that, and then like we'll move on to the commentary afterwards. But I did also bring out my light stick, so if you see the purple, it's because of that. But yeah, I'm also kind of sad because like I didn't get to use this whenever they came for tour. I didn't have a light stick at the time, and then obviously version 1 was very hard to find. It's like basically rare now. So like yeah, I ended up buying this after, whenever they like, because this is the version 2, right? The only other version there is. But like I didn't get to I probably won't ever get to use it. Like I don't know, I just feel like I don't know, I don't like to put out bad energy, but just because it's been so long since the boys have even done anything as well. I mean, it's like the first thing, and they're gonna have their, that's also another thing, they're gonna have their concert soon, which I'm happy that Unwoo was able to like talk to Rocky and like, you know, convince everyone like, oh, well, not convince, but you know, like that Rocky was able to like, you know what, I need to do this for Bin. So that definitely like got me in my feels for sure. But yeah, we're just gonna go. But yeah, so I did like end up pulling this out just because like I want this to be with me and like, you know. But we're just gonna go ahead and start, and like I might just turn off the light stick because it's making the background more darker than it has to be. I don't know if that's just embodying the vibe of how I'm feeling right now, but we're just gonna go ahead and get started. And I apologize again, like if I do end up bawling like a baby, or like if I'm not able to like say like a lot during it, because I just want to process the lyrics and process like, you know, everything. But I probably will be end up talking more in the actual commentary of it. But we're just gonna go ahead and get started, y'all. Sana, Jinjin, MJ, Unwoo.
얘기에 쫓기진 않아. 부끄럽지 않게 난 부럽지 않게만 떳떳하게 네 몸까지 우리 앞에 살아. 그리움은 깊어져가. 다른 문이 열리면 네가 서 있을까. 환히 웃으며 나를 반기는 행복 가득한 미소를 품은 너와 함께
Especially Unwoo.
지난 날의 기억이
Thank you.
그리워질 때면
Take care.
밤마다 들리는 그
So odd.
꿈소리는 어디 가도 네가
Rocky.
같으면 헤어지마 이게 마지막이 아니잖아 오지 않아서 만날 거니까 그리움은 깊어져가 다른 문이 열리면 네가 서 있을까 환히 웃으며 나를 반기는 행복 가득한 미소를 품은 너와
Is there more? Just the moon like rising. I'm just so emotional, y'all. This is definitely gonna be longer than it needs to be, but there's like so much I forgot to like mention too. Like it's also like because of how the their web drama like started. If you watched, like, you know, like what happens in that. Like basically like they're trying to form the group, right? And like Rocky comes in last in the grouping for that for the show, like their characters. But basically like I think Moonbin and like Unwoo like have like an argument in the show. So like Moonbin doesn't want to like be in the group anymore, and like he goes and like starts hanging out with like Rocky or whatever, and then obviously like at some point like they end up making up and they bring like Rocky into the group or whatever. So I think it's also that like that you know that didn't age well, like in my opinion, just because of everything that's happened, and it definitely like hits hard. But I am like happy that literally all the members and like you know all his friends, people that like loved him, that he was close with, because he did have a lot of like friends and a lot of like loved ones, were able to come together and like, you know, be able to like, you know, bond and like you know, make this song for him, like a memorial for him, just because like, you know, I don't think he'll ever like will ever be able to forget him. He's definitely, Moonbin definitely left a lot of us with like memories, a lot of like you know, good feelings, you know, definitely like a person worth remembering. But yeah, I'm glad that like, you know, everyone got to like be able to like, that also helped like get everyone together to do this, because I think I feel like it's very much needed. I think I feel like honestly like it's still hard for sure, because it's still very fresh, I feel like, but I think it's just like, you know, you want there to be someone who's like able to understand what you're going through, and I think they all kind of were able to understand each other, and like, you know, have someone else to have some people to lean on. And that's why I'm also like happy that Rocky like was able to join for this, and will be able to join for the concert as well, just because like, you know, they have a history, and like honestly I don't know like if they were still talking or if they weren't talking after he ended up leaving the group and leaving the whole company, but like if they are, I guess they aren't like now. If they weren't before, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm also like very happy about that, just because like, you know, I think they owe it to like Ben, you know, to like be able to like, you know, it's also very hard to be like on your own, and like, you know, this is a group that you like spent so many years training with, so many years like, you know, having conversations, going through all like the trials and everything, and like tribulations of the whole like debuting, and like, you know, the success and everything like that. So like it definitely like makes me happy to like see them, you know, be able to be with each other and everything. But yeah, like we're gonna go ahead and watch the commentary. I'm definitely gonna become more of a mess for this, because like also just that like seeing Sungwon as well, just because like I know that was his best friend. And fun story, well not fun story, but like whenever I went to see the like 17 movie like last year with my friends, because like I said, my friend's a carrot, he actually talked about Moonbin and his like meant for one of the days, I believe. You know, obviously like Sungwon definitely like also, you know, is very emotional, very like he did go on like a mental break after everything happened too, cause like, which I understand, because like it's never easy, and you know, very much so like Sungwon is just very like much like very like he's very vulnerable, I feel like very emotional, so like I think he definitely needed that time to himself for sure. So I get that. So like whenever he talked about that, like my friend ended up like, you know, because she's still it's still hard for her more so, especially like because it hits one of her favorite groups as well harder in that aspect. So like she definitely like bawled her eyes out because of it, because it was still very fresh too. Like I think it only had been like a year and a half since everything had happened. But yeah, like, so it definitely also hits harder that. But we're just gonna go ahead and watch the commentary, y'all. This is definitely gonna be a long video, so like I appreciate if you are able to like, you know, watch and stay to watch like me react to it. As if like I end up posting it, like if you are watching it, it's because I ended up deciding to do it. But yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and watch the commentary.
네, 인사드리겠습니다. 워너비 업스타.
워너비얼 스타.
워너비얼 스타.
워너비얼 스타.
안녕하세요, 아스트로의 리더 진진입니다.
안녕하세요. 아스트로 마태형 MJ입니다.
안녕하세요. 아스트로의 차은우입니다.
네, 안녕하세요. 아스트로 막내 사나입니다.
꿈속의 문은 생각을 되게 많이 했었던 프로젝트인데, 꿈에도 너무 비니가 자주 나오기도 하고 좀 아름답게 잘 뭔가 선물해주고 싶다라는 생각이 되게 예전부터 들었어서 진진 형한테 전화를 해서 도와달라 해서.
작곡을 할 때 사실 많은 생각들을 했지만 가장 중요하게 생각을 했던 건 기존의 아스트로를 생각하면서 썼던 것도 맞고, 좀 더 나아가서 우리가 어떻게 하면 좀 더 비니와의 기억을 오래 가져갈 수 있을까, 그리고 노래를 부르면서 멤버들이 좀 추억 회상을 했으면 좋겠다라는 생각이 좀 컸던 것 같아요.
일단 원래 노래 제목이 꿈속의 문이 아니고 달의 기억이었어요.
제가 처음에 이제 달의 기억으로 작곡을 했을 때 붙였던 이름인 것 같아요. 달의 기억이라는 단어 자체가 우리가 기억하는 비니도 있지만 뭔가 비니가 기억하는 우리도 있지 않을까 라는 생각을 한번 했던 것 같아요. 그래서 과연 달의 기억은 어떨까, 비니의 기억은 어떨까 라는 그런 뭔가 생각에서 달의 기억을 좀 썼던 것 같습니다.
근데 달의 기억이라는 주제를 받고 저희가 멤버들끼리 한 명 한 명씩 이제 작사를 시작했는데, 저는 뭔가 꿈속에 좀 형이 자주 많이 나와서 꿈속이라는 주제로 한번 써보고 싶다라는 생각을 해서 형들한테 어떠냐 공유를 했는데, 제목이 너무 좋은 것 같다, 꿈속의 문.
가사가 정리가 되고 나서 꿈속의 문이라는 제목이 정해지게 되었고, 비니를 사랑하는 친구들이 모여서 비니에게, 달에게 보내는 편지가 이 노래 내용입니다.
일단 멤버들한테 제가 먼저 물어봤었어요. 너네 한번 작사 같이 해볼래? 왜냐면 아스트로 멤버들끼리 같이 작사를 해서 멤버들의 의견을 듣고 싶은 게 첫 번째였고, 분명 각자 다 다른 것들이 나올 거라고 저는 생각을 했었습니다. 그래서 비니를 기억하는 모든 것들이 저는 다를 거라고 생각했기 때문에 멤버들의 의견을 좀 듣고 싶었습니다.
제 마음, 제 속에 있는 마음을 얘기해 줘야겠다라는 생각으로 가사를 써내려갔던 것 같아요. 저는 원래 작사를 할 때 길면은 진짜 막 2, 3일도 걸리고 이러는데 비니한테 할 얘기가 되게 많았나 봐요. 뭔가 비니를 생각하고 쓰는데 정말로 30분도 안 걸려서 다 썼어요.
사비 부분이 MJ 형 부분이 되게 많이 들어갔는데 형 가사 왜 이렇게 잘 썼어? 그러니까 그냥 자고 일어나서 딱 생각이 나가지고 바로 메모해 놨었대요. 그래서 비니가 알려준 거지 않을까 생각을 하고
진짜 가장 먼저 떠올랐던 게 또 비니 하면은 달이잖아요. 진짜 달 속에 비니가 있을 것 같다라는 생각을 하면서 글을 썼던 것 같아요. 진짜 달의 문이 열리면 비니가 서 있겠지라는 생각으로. 그래서 그 열렸을 때 비니가 서 있으면은 뭔가 가서 우리가 다 못한 얘기들을 서로 하면 어떨까라는 생각으로 가사를 써내려갔던 것 같습니다.
사실 가사를 정리한 게 저기 때문에 뭔가 가사를 사실 섞는다는 게 굉장히 어려웠습니다. 작업실에서 슬프다면 슬프고 기쁘다면 기쁘고 멤버들의 그 가사 하나하나를 볼 때마다 비니에 대한 추억이 저도 같이 떠오르다 보니까 그게 가장 어려웠던 작업이었던 것 같아요. 제가 일단 가장 기억에 남는 문구가 꿈속의 문이었습니다. 사나가 썼던 가사로 제가 기억을 하는데 제가 생각하지 못했던 단어이기도 하고 사나가 쓴 그 내용을 토대로 전체적으로 정리를 해야겠다라고 생각을 했던 단어예요.
비니 형이 또 문이었잖아요. 달의 그런 그림도 좀 상상이 되는 것 같고 또 진짜 이 저희가 들어올 때 나갈 때 하고 할 때 이런 문 꿈속의 문을 이렇게 찾아서 가면 이제 항상 형이 기다리고 있다라는 그런 의미로 제가 한번 이중적인 의미로 한번 써봤습니다.
3절에서 꿈속의 문을 문속의 꿈이라고 뒤집은 부분도 개인적으로는 너무 마음에 들고
그걸 마지막에 바꿔서 한번 가면 비니가 문을 열어주는 그림이 되지 않을까라는 생각이 좀 있어서 제가 이렇게 바꿔봤었는데
웃으며 들려줘 우리를 위해 열어둔 문 속의 꿈이라는 가사가 딱 처음 보고 꿈속의 문, 문 속의 꿈 이 반대되는 말인데 저한테는 크게 와닿았던 것 같아요. 그래서
또 원래 곡이 완성됐을 때는 그 3시 한 번 하고 끝이었어요. 근데 한 번 더 반복했으면 좋겠어 형 해가지고 곡의 길이를 좀 늘려서 좀 더 하고 싶은 말 전해주고 싶은 말들이 더 있다 보니까 한 번 더 다른 가사말로 반복해서 하고 곡의 길이가 조금 길게 되었어요.
최대한 제 마음을 전달해야겠다라는 생각으로 비니에게 해주고 싶은 말이기도 했고 뭔가 비니가 듣고 있을 거라 생각하면서 녹음을 했던 것 같습니다. 아무래도 감정 컨트롤 부분이 가장 어려웠던 것 같아요. 오랜만에 정말 녹음을 하게 되어서 녹음실에 딱 들어갔는데 가사를 이렇게 다시 한 번 더 보면서 읽고 있는데 그 가사가 너무 슬픈 거예요, 그냥. 그래서 솔직히 딱 첫음을 내려고 하는데 뭔가 힘들더라고요.
저희를 위해일 수도 있고 뭐 우리 팬분들 뭐 음악 들으시는 분들을 위해일 수도 있는데 가사를 생각하면 그 추억이 떠오르잖아요. 그런 이미지들을 생각하면서 불렀던 게 힘들지 않았나.
감정 컨트롤이 안 되면 그날 녹음을 못 할 것 같다는 생각에 많이 참고 억누르고 녹음을 했던 것 같습니다.
이게 사실 저희 아티스트가 한다고 해서 할 수 있는 게 아니고 환경까지 다 맞아야 되는 부분이라 좀 생각하시는 것만큼 훨씬 더 어렵거든요.
많은 인원이 참여하는 프로젝트이다 보니까 진심을 조금 해하는 것들을 너무 안 하고 싶어서 네, 그런 부분에 되게 신중하고 그래서 좀 더 어려웠던 것 같고
진짜 모두가 하나같이 제가 부탁을 했을 때 그리고 은우가 부탁을 했을 때 너무 흔쾌히 승낙을 해줬어요. 모두가. 그래서 너무 행복했고 비니가 잘 살았구나 라는 생각이 가장 크게 들었고
우연히 모넥 형들을 만났었어요. 우연히 만났었는데 제가 물어봤었죠. 형, 어떻게 되고 있는 거예요? 어떻게 되고 있어요? 했는데 딱 되돌아왔던 답변이 그냥 야 그걸 말이라고 하냐, 무조건 당연히 해야 되는 거 아니냐 라는 그 말을 들었을 때 너무 감사했고 형들도 멋있지만 빈이 형도 멋있었다 뭔가 그런 생각이 들더라고요. 왜냐면 이유가 있잖아요. 형들이 그렇게 말해주는 것도 고맙고
분명히 각자만의 개인 사정도 있고 뭐 스케줄도 있고 어려운 부분들이 있었을 텐데 이렇게 부탁했을 때 흔쾌히 도와준다 해줘서 너무너무 고맙다라고 전해주고 싶어요.
사실 되게 쉽지 않은 부분일 수 있거든요. 너무 감사하고 고맙고 뭔가를 공유할 수 있다는 그런 동료들이 주변에 있다는 게 너무 다시 한번 감사한 일이구나 생각하고 이 영상을 계기로 다시 한번 너무 고맙고 감사하다고 말씀을 드리고 싶습니다.
잊혀지지 않았으면 좋겠다. 우리의 추억들이 뭔가 없어지는 것이 아닌 뭔가 이 노래를 들으면서 앞으로도 쭉 영원할 거다 라는 메시지를 좀 주고 싶었던 게 큰 것 같아요. 영원했으면 좋겠다.
이 꿈속의 문이란 노래가 비니와의 추억을 담은 저희 동료들의 편지 같은 노래예요. 그래서 누구나 다 각자만의 상처나 아픔이 다 있다고 생각해요. 그 상처와 아픔에 조금이나마 위로가 되고 그 당시 생각을 웃으면서 한 번 더 떠올리고 좀 그런 힘이자 길이 되어주는 노래였으면 좋겠어요. 듣는 분들한테.
뭐 저희도 그렇고 살아가는 데 있어서 뭐 힘든 사람들이 정말 많잖아요. 근데 그만큼 가까운 곳에 뭐 친구가 됐든 가족이 됐든 언제나 편이 되어줄 수 있는 사람들이 있다라는 걸 항상 생각하면서 혼자가 아니라고 생각하셨으면 좋을 것 같아요.
저희 다 똑같을 거라고 생각해요. 너무 많이 보고 싶으실 텐데 멋있게 살아봐야죠. 네.
슬프자고 만든 노래도 아니고 그렇다고 기쁘자고 만든 노래도 아닌 그냥 우리가 좀 더 비니를 좀 더 오래 기억할 수 있고 추억할 수 있는 그런 취지로 만든 곡이다 보니까 여러분들이 오롯이 이 곡을 들으면서 비니를 좀 더 느끼고 비니를 좀 더 기억해 주셨으면 하는 바람이 가장 큰 것 같습니다.
힘들 때는 노래 들으시면서 네, 조금이라도 위안이 되셨으면 좋겠습니다. 잘 알아봅시다.
우리 노래를 들으면서도 힘을 얻으셨으면 좋겠습니다.
일단 운우 형한테 또 저희가 생각하지 못한 그런 부분들을 항상 먼저 얘기를 해줘서 너무너무 고맙고 그냥 좋은 음악 함께 만들어서 너무 행복했고
진진이 형 이거 작년부터 제가 전화해서 엄청 괴롭히고 해서 보내달라 그러고 그만큼 너무 성사시키고 싶은 프로젝트여서 그랬던 거니까 이해해주고 미안하고 너무 좋은 노래 써줘서 고맙고
저도 옆에서 많이 도와주면서 너무 고마운 것도 너무 많아서 사실 할 얘기는 너무 많은데 그냥 다 같이 씩씩하게 하나하나 자기 일 해 나가면서 우리 비니도 잊지 않고 기억해줘서 그게 저는 개인적으로 너무 고맙고
진짜로 멤버들이 그 누구보다 정말 힘들어했거든요. 저도 그렇고. 근데 그 힘듦 속에서도 뭔가 각자 위치에서 열심히 노력하고 자기가 해야 될 일들 끝까지 하는 모습을 보면서 우리 애들이 정말 대견하다라는 생각을 가장 먼저 했던 것 같아요. 그런 모습에 저도 한 번 더 정신 차리게 되고
제가 기둥이 되어줄 때도 있고 저의 기둥이 멤버들이 되어줄 때도 있는데 너무 사나랑 애명도 고맙다고 얘기해주고 싶고
당연히 힘든 일들이 앞으로도 쭉 있겠지만 서로 도와주고 의지하면서 이겨내 나가자라고 말해주고 싶어요.
솔직히 저는 뭐 옆에 형들만 있다면 전 그걸로 만족합니다. 뭘 안 해도 그냥 옆에 있었으면 좋겠어요. 그러니까 우리 지금처럼만 잘 지내봅시다.
앞으로도 리더로서 잘 이끌어 나갈 테니까 앞으로도 잘 부탁한다는 이야기 하고 싶습니다.
행복하게 지냈으면 좋겠어.
잘 지내냐? 보고 싶으니까 꿈에나 나와라.
생각나면 꿈속에 좀 나와줘.
할 말이 진짜 많은데 네가 날 너무 잘 챙겨줬고 네가 나였어도 똑같이 해줬을 것 같아서 그냥 너무 보고 싶다.
꼭 너가 들어줬으면 좋겠어, 비나. 너무 사랑하고 나중에 꼭 만나. 친구들이 다 너무너무 보고 싶어하고 그리워한다. 사랑해.
비나, 우리 언젠가는 꼭 같은 곳에서 같이 만나자. 거기선 항상 행복하고 많이 웃었으면 좋겠다, 비나.
너를 사랑하는 모든 사람들과 이렇게 좋은 노래를 이렇게 부르게 됐어. 이렇게 너를 또 기억할 수 있고 또 추억할 수 있는 노래가 이렇게 생겨서 또 너무 기쁘고 너도 잘 이렇게 꼭 들어줬으면 좋겠다. 너는 내 목소리보다 도겸형 목소리 더 좋아하는 거 내가 알고 있다. 근데 여러분들도 너무 힘들어하지 마시고 행복하셨으면 좋겠습니다.
형을 위한 노래니까 뭐 잘 들릴지 모르겠지만 한번 들어봐줬으면 좋겠다. 그리고 조금만 기다리면 보겠죠? 꿈에 한번 나타나주라. 꿈속의 문이니까.
오빠, 네 정말 많이 보고 싶고 무엇보다 오빠의 너털 웃음이 그리워요. 언니가 만나요.
비니 오빠 잘 지내요? 우리 또 만나요. 안녕.
가사처럼 다시 볼 날이 있으니까 그때 웃으면서 다시 봐. 형이랑 한 약속 지키면서 살고 있어. 화이팅 할게.
제대로 말 못했던 것 같은데 고맙다. 그리고 보고 싶다.
오라버니 잘 지내나? 나는 오빠의 바람대로 행복하게 열심히 잘 살고 있는 것 같아. 오빠도 위에서 잘 보고 있다고 생각하고 있다. 뭐 가끔 힘들 때도 있지만 내가 힘들 때면은 오빠가 묵묵히 옆에서 들어주고 있다고 생각하고 나도 다시 힘내서 앞으로 걸어가려고 하고 있어. 진짜 나 만나면은 한번 세게 끌어안아줘야 된다. 진짜 많이 보고 싶고 얼른 꿈속의 문 앞에서 우리 그리고 나를 맞이해주길 바란다. 진짜 많이 사랑하고 너무 보고 싶어. 이번 생에도 다음 생에도 앞으로도 잘 부탁해.
이나 보고 싶네. 모두가 너를 그리워하면서 보고 싶어하면서 만든 노래니까 꼭 잘 들어줬으면 좋겠다. 사랑한다.
너의 빈자리가 정말 크게 느껴지지만 항상 내 옆에 그리고 우리 멤버들 곁에서 함께하고 있다는 걸 잊지 않고 하루하루 살아가고 있으니까 거기서는 행복하고 꿈에서 만나자 우리. 알겠지? 행복해야 돼.
기나 잘 지내니? 전부터 빨리 해서 들려주고 싶었는데 이제 들려주게 됐네. 잘 들어줬으면 좋겠고 너를 향한 친구들의 편지야. 항상 보고 싶고 사랑한다 친구야.
형, 잘 지내고 있지? 우리의 목소리가 형한테 닿았으면 좋겠다. 그냥 많이 보고 싶고 보고 싶다. 내가 보고 싶을 때나 그럴 때 지금처럼 꿈에 찾아와줘. 꿈속에서 예전처럼 재밌게 놀자. 형이 좋아하는 사람들 다 모여서 했으니까 잘 들어줘. 고맙다. 사랑해.
우리 위해 열어둔 문 속의
Y'all, sorry I didn't talk at all. Like during that, I just wanted to be able to like process everything that they were saying, like their words, like the process of it being made and everything. But yeah, I think it's just I'm just happy that they were able to like get together and do this project for him. You know, like I said, like being able to like, you know, share memories and like you know, share their love for Ben, for sure. Like I'm happy about that. You know, listening to everything that Jinjin was saying, like you know, I hope like that we're also like leaving our mark and like for you guys to be able to like be able to remember. And I'm just like sitting here like, cause I feel like I honestly haven't like I feel like I've forgotten like a lot of things about Moonbin, and I feel kind of bad about that for sure. I just feel like it's been a minute too, just cause, you know, I didn't get to like, it just, everything happened so suddenly, and then like I stopped wanting to listen to their stuff just because it was too soon. So I feel like a little bit guilty about that, because I honestly don't even like remember the things that I used to remember whenever I used to watch and like, you know, follow the group and like be able to enjoy like their music and everything like that. Like I just remember the sad things, and obviously like you always want to like remember the people who have like passed in the best light and like, you know, at their best. But you know, like this industry is just very hard sometimes for certain people, and just, you know, sometimes it's just hard. And like, I guess like they were saying, like I hope that this song is able to give those people you know, the healing that they need. And like I definitely felt like resonated with that saying, just because, you know, sometimes life is very hard for everyone, and I'm not trying to be like a Debbie Downer, but yeah, sometimes you just feel lost and you don't know what to do. But yeah, definitely, you know, the song is definitely a comfort, I feel like, for everyone who's going through hard times, you know, just especially I feel like for them, since they are in this industry, and you know, like they know the struggle, they've seen the struggle that he went through, and like, you know, they're trying their best to like keep it together. And like, you know, like Suha was saying, like, you know, she's like, I just imagine you being next to me, like and like I feel, you know, I kind of also need to remember, like, you know, that we do, like, you do have people in your life that you can rely on, even though you don't always feel like you can. So that definitely also like struck a chord with me. But yeah, I'm just a little bit of a mess. Like I didn't get to say everything that I wanted to say. Yeah, I think it was very important for them, and I'm happy that Unwoo was able to like talk and like convince the members, you know, like, you know, it's time. I feel like we need to do this like now, because, you know, like I feel like later, if he didn't do this, I feel like we wouldn't be getting like, you know, the necessary like closure, you know, like, and understanding that like it's not just like them, a group who like have felt it, like it's like various people. And like, and yeah, I'm very happy that Moonbin had so many people that loved him as much as like us, the fans. Like obviously, like I also like want to say that that, you know, there are people that say like, oh, like it's just like, you know, it's just them, like it's just a business like relationship and everything. And like sometimes that could be true for sure. Like you need to get along, you like, or you just for looks, you try to get along with your members because, you know, like you're in it for the long run. But like it just makes me happy that, you know, Ben, you could tell that Ben was such a good person, that he was surrounded by so many people that like loved him and like appreciated him, and like, you know, so I'm very happy about that, and like just happy that they got to do this, and like, you know, so, but yeah, just wanted to share that, and, you know, just because I feel like I needed to share my experience with like how I got into Astro, and like my emotions about everything. And, you know, I really hope that they are able to make a comeback, even if like I don't know if that's necessarily what their goal is for the future, but like I want to hear music again from them. Like I want to, like, I know it's gonna be hard for sure, because like it's just like remembering that, you know, they're not complete, and they won't ever be complete ever again, pretty much. But I just want to, like, you know, I also want them to like be able to do what they love and like be together as a group if that's what they want to do, you know. So I'm happy that the concert is gonna be happening, that, you know, they were able to get Rocky to come, you know, and I will be looking forward to that for sure. And I if you made it this far, like I'm happy If you want to like share how you got into the group in the comments, or if you want to like share your feelings, like feel free to vent in the comments. Like I, would try my best to like read everything, and like if there are a couple people, if not, like it's just me wanting to put my experiences and my feelings out there and everything. But I hope y'all aren't too emotionally drained, aren't too, I hope y'all take care of each other. I hope everyone in this fandom is doing well, and like in other fandoms, and just in general, I feel like everyone who's having a hard time, I hope y'all are doing well, and that you realize that, like as they said, like we're not alone. There are people, like you just, don't be afraid to like share your feelings with and your emotions. It's never good to keep it bottled up. But yeah, for the boys, like I'm just happy that I was able to and am able to say that I am an aloha, that I found y'all, that I got to be, enjoy the group and like experience everything that I have had experienced from, just happiness basically. But yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I shall see y'all next time.